My name's Mark Poulton. I'm a real estate investor in the greater Charlotte, North Carolina area, what you would call a no frills, no thrills real estate investor. If you're looking for somebody who's got a big fancy car in the background, a nice studio office, or someone who wants to sell you a $19.95 a month subscription to their newsletter, I'm not that guy. Go check out a different channel. I had to go to court yesterday. We had one of our tenants not pay. It's going through a kind of a rough patch. We try to be understanding as long as you're communicating, but at some point, we have to protect ourselves. I've been, I've had tenants that are 2, 3, 4, 6 months behind. It kills your business. There's absolutely no chance that they're ever going to catch up. So we don't extend those kind of courtesies anymore. We were able to gain possession of the property through a summary ejectment. It's probably for a different video, but it's not really not a difficult process to do. And in fact, we were on the 11 a.m. docket. If you don't know what that is, you may want to look it up. But the judge had us on the 9 a.m. docket and had actually dismissed the case. But I was very lucky she was actually still in the courtroom when I walked in. When I actually walked in like 5 minutes before 11, the very last case was finishing up. If I'd been even a couple more minutes late, she probably would have left. So, anyways, I was listening to Robert Kyosaki. I think it's called Rich Dad channel on YouTube, and he's got a resident millennial, and he's making videos for millennials now, and he's tying in some of his older videos to it and stuff like that. But he's really trying to help millennials become financially educated. And the topic was time is your greatest asset and your greatest liability. I tried to make a video on this yesterday, and it just wasn't really well thought or well formed ideas were coming out. But it's a very intriguing saying. It's a truth. When you're in your early 20s, you have so much time. You take crappy jobs that pay 10, $12 an hour, and you think that's good because you have all this time on your hands. Whereas, when you're in your 40s, you probably wouldn't take a $12 an hour job because, you have wisdom and you have a lot more on your plate, and time is a lot more valuable. And I think the gist of what Robert was trying to get at in his new millennial cohort is that, when you're young, you're not really searching for, or you don't really have big lofty goals. You're not really trying to, you know, make the most money for the time that you're giving, and that's because when you're 22, you know you're thinking like 30. 30's 8 years away. That's less than that 8 years is less than a third of the life you've already lived, probably half of the life you can remember, maybe even you may even remember less of your life. And so you just think you have all the time in the world. And then conversely, you have these people that work in Walmart or or as greeters, or I see a lot of old people in Home Depot. We spend a lot of time at Home Depot, and they've run out of time. They don't have time to make up for not saving, which I don't think is a good idea. Not investing, just kind of wasting and pissing away their money. And obviously, there's people in between like me. I'm going to be 45. Actually, this month it's February, and I have no prospect of retiring with my 401k. I have no prospect of retiring with a pension. I have, this buy and hold real estate is what is going to finance my healthcare. It's what is going to finance my retirement. It's what's going to pay our bills. And so, I'm running out of time. You know, Before I became financially educated, I had a 401k. It went down probably almost by half in 2008, 2009, 2010. I didn't want to deal with it, and it took years, to figure out that I got to do something. That everything that I've been told, everything that I've learned from reading literature by companies for 401ks and how to retire, I think it's all a lie. It's a way for big banks and investment banks and brokerage houses to retire, not you. And so, I don't go bat out of hell rehabbing homes. I really kind of take my time, do it right. But there's a sense of urgency. Um, I wanted to retire by the time I was 35. That's come and go. I'm going to be 45, still not quite retired. And this asset slash liability called time, it kind of creeps up on you when you have kids. And for all you parents out there, that kids take up a substantial amount of time, and it's just mass chaos, especially in the beginning. Well, it's not a whole lot different when you start a business like this. It's mass chaos because you don't know what you don't know. Kid didn't come with an owner's manual, and you can read all the books that you want about in real estate investing, but there's no Mark Polton owner's manual. A lot of people have done things a lot of different ways, but you still got to learn. You still have to get the experience. You still have to solve the problems. So I try to teach my children that you have all the time in the world. However, if you just spend a little bit of time early on, you can not have to go, you know, to work 40 hours a week plus whatever it takes to commute. You can have a life of freedom and leisure and travel, and it's really not that hard. Most kids don't. That's just not their priorities. And then by the time people make it their priority, it's too late. They're a greeter at Walmart or they're working at Subway at 70, and that's just unacceptable to me. So think about it. How are you spending your time? What are you spending your time doing? And how much time do you have left? Anyways, I hope you go out there and live the "you won't stop me" lifestyle. I can tell you this: you won't stop me. I'm going to be success. Financial freedom is just around the corner. So I wish you success.